Hey guys! I came on here to share with you guys a little story and also 2 recipes today. Our big deep freeze that we keep in the garage, it went out. Well, it didn't really go out. It had issues. I feel like the door maybe got left open or something like that. Anyway, all of the meat in our big deep freezer got soft. So that's all got to get chucked. None of it is safe anymore to eat, so that's our sad story. Which means that today, I had planned to do a crock pot barbecue to do for us for dinner. We have a church event this evening, so we were gonna have a nice, quick crock pot dinner for us, and I'm bringing some to a friend who just had baby number 5. So that their family can have that and not have to worry about dinner tonight. So that meant I had to go to the grocery store this morning to get the chicken, because the chicken that I thought I was gonna cook is no longer worth eating. So I got this huge pack of chicken from Wegmans, and I just figured I'd go ahead and do the barbecue chicken in that, and then make a chicken, sweet potato, and lentil stew, soup, something, I don't know, making it up. As well, just cook all the chicken at once and have 2 meals done, and I'm hoping my kids will eat the soup. They're not big soup fans, so we will find out. And this will turn into 3 dinners, basically. Crock pot barbecue chicken for 2 families, and then the chicken, sweet potato, and lentil soup that we'll see if my kids will eat. I'm gonna eat it, it's gonna be delicious, but my kids are not big soup eaters, so we'll see how that goes with them. Alright guys, there is the chicken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 breasts, that's enough for both families. So on top of that is gonna go just some barbecue sauce. So here's the sauce that I used. This is the Wegmans brown sugar barbecue sauce. No artificial flavors, colors, preservatives, also no high fructose corn syrup. It's really important for our family. We do not eat high fructose corn syrup if we can help it. And then this is it's kind of a Carolina type sauce. It's got the tang to it, also no junk, just yum. Just an old-fashioned Carolina kind of barbecue sauce. So we got the tang and we got the sweet, and we're gonna mix them together. Just dump it in. Often I make my own sauce when I make this, but I wasn't feeling it today, and I was feeling like I just wanted to be fast and easy. It's totally fine. Just use some barbecue sauce that you know is healthy and safe for your family to eat. The least ingredients, the better. When I make it myself, we use apple cider vinegar, honey, spices, and tomato paste. It's just really simple and easy. This stuff is thick. Real simple and easy that way as well. But this is faster, and since I've got a lot going on, I had to go to the grocery store this morning. This is what's happening today, and it's going to be delicious. Smells so good already. So that's it, really. That's all you do. Dump the sauce in, got the chicken in, put it in the crock pot, put it in your slow cooker. You cook it for about 4 to 6 hours, depending on how you cook it, how follow party you really want it to be. One thing I do to make sure that the sauce is everywhere and all around the chicken, and that stuff gets all mixed up. So I'm just gonna take this fork and just kind of lift up chicken breasts and let the sauce kind of sink down around it all. So just pick it up. Just kind of let the sauce go where it needs to go, getting all the crevices. That way your chicken's well covered in sauce. Okay, this could not be easier. The slow cooker barbecue chicken is going to be served with roasted broccoli, roasted potatoes. I got some little slider rolls to go with it as well. Now I'm gonna do the chicken and sweet potato with lentil stew or soup. It's really a soup, I guess. I don't know. I'm making it up right now on the spot. Alright, so my peeler is super dull. So now I have this is actually called a tournée knife. So the sharp side is that curved side, and again, I'm peeling away from my body. You're just gonna take and just cut real. You could also use a paring knife because most people don't have it. A cute little tournée knife like this. I'm just taking it like that, but always make sure you're peeling whatever you're peeling away from your hands, away from your body. We don't want anybody getting hurt. Okay, so we're just gonna do a rough chop on the sweet potatoes. So one little tip for cooking any kind of potato is after you've cut them, you want to make sure you're putting them in a bowl of cold water. It keeps your sweet potatoes or any kind of potato that you're cooking from getting brown and yucky. You have to make sure they stay in that water. Stay in the water until you're ready to cook them. So as you can see here, there's my bowl of water with sweet potatoes in it. These guys are just gonna hang out a couple minutes while I get everything else ready. Alright, we also have going in some shallots. So you're just gonna take and peel your shallots. If you've never cooked with shallots, they're a good, sweet, oniony flavor. I can usually get away with cooking with shallots when I want an onion flavor because my kids don't seem to notice it. I also cut them really small, and that's another trick to sneaking onions or shallots into your cooking if your kids think they're not fans, because usually they're not a fan of the texture. At least that's the situation with my son. He is very texture sensitive, especially when it comes to food. So he doesn't dislike the flavor, but he really severely dislikes the texture of the onion. But when I cut it up really small and it goes in something like soup or chili or meatballs, things like that, he never notices that they're in there. Okay, so we're just gonna finely chop our shallots. Almost gonna mince them. That's how fine of a chop it's gonna be. Because the more you cut something down, like onions, garlic, shallots, things like that, the more, they're making my eyes burn, the more flavor you're gonna get out of it. Alright guys, you're gonna saute the shallots in some olive oil and then add your 3 cups of chopped kale to the pot and get those nicely sauteed in with the shallots as well. The next thing you'll do is just add those chopped sweet potatoes into your pot with your sauteed kale and shallots. Make sure that you drain the sweet potatoes first. You're just gonna stir that all up, saute your sweet potatoes along with the kale and everything else. Just give them like a nice little coating of all of the shallots and the oil and everything, and let them soften up a little in the pot with your greens before you add your stock. One thing that really helps with cooking time is if you can multitask. So while I'm cutting these chicken breasts, the sweet potatoes, the kale, and the shallots are sauteing in the pot. You want to make sure that the sweet potatoes get a little bit tender while you're chopping up your chicken breasts. So we're just going to dice these up to nice bite-sized dices while we're letting everything in the pot cook. So after the sweet potatoes get tender, you're going to go ahead and take those out of the pot and put them back in the bowl that you had the sweet potatoes hang out in with the cold water. And then you're going to saute the chicken in the same pot that you've been using. This is a one-pot meal. So just throw it all in there. You want all the flavor from your sweet potatoes and the kale and your shallots cooking to get all over the chicken as well, just to help spread that flavor around. I did season the chicken, which you don't see me do, but it's just chili powder, a little bit of paprika, garlic, salt and pepper, and some cumin in there. After the chicken is nicely browned, you can go ahead and add back your sweet potatoes and all the veggies into the pot. And then you're just going to get those all mixed up and sauteed in the pot together. Then you're going to add 1 cup of lentils into that and just mix that all around as well. Just try to get everything mixed up nicely in your pot. And then after that, you will add chicken stock into the pot. I just did 2 boxes of the Wegmans chicken stock in there, and then you're going to want it to come up to a boil and make sure everything is cooked thoroughly. Your lentils are soft. You're going to want to make sure the chicken is cooked all the way. That should all happen in about 15 minutes or so after adding the chicken stock in, because everything in the pot is already nice and hot. That's the final product. Super yummy. I already tried it. If you wanted to make this vegetarian, all you would have to do is add more lentils and not put in the chicken and use vegetable stock instead of the chicken stock. And this is going to be delicious. Hopefully my kiddos eat it, because I love it. If not, it's going to be lunch for me and for James for a day or two. BBQ chicken is still just cooking away in the crock pot. Oh, it smells amazing. Here's my house with all of these foods cooking. It's just smelling so good. How's the chicken barbecue?
Good.
Is it yummy?
He said good.
Is this yummy? How's the chicken barbecue?
Delicious.
Let's see you take a bite. A royal bite. I might want to move this closer. It's kind of messy.
I'm the best boy in the world, I think.
Yeah?
So
yummy?